Hello! Finally got on here to show you how to make these date balls that I've been talking about. I'm Rosemary Marlowe and welcome to At Heaven's Door. This is one of the easy recipes that I said that I would show you how to do, and it is called date balls. There are a number of ways that you can fix this and make it elegant. But what we're going to do today, we're going to start really fast. So if you have a pen and paper, that's great to write this down. If you don't, just go back over the video. It's very simple and easy. Now what we are doing is using a heavy saucepan. I've already broken up my dates, and here is the box that I bought from Walmart. It's just chopped dates. So break up the chopped dates in your heavy saucepan. I've got it on low for right now because I don't want it to burn, even though I do have a heavy saucepan. And I am going to put this in here right now, this half a cup of butter. So we are starting out with one box of pitted dates, chopped pitted dates. And we have 1/2 cup of butter in here that I just put in. Now we're going to work very, very quickly. And I have some date balls already made up, so you don't have to wait through this whole thing. It really doesn't take long once you get started. It's very, very simple, and it's one of the easiest recipes you'll ever make for any occasion. They're very elegant when you get done, as I've said many times before. One of the easiest things you'll ever make. Okay, so what we're going to do is, this is unscripted, unrehearsed. So if anything goes wrong, which it can go wrong when you're doing things live, right? So anyway, I'm really excited about this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I've done this on Facebook. My name is Rosemary Marlowe once again, and you can find me on Facebook with a picture of my husband and I. And I've done this on Facebook a few times, and it seems like the cooking is very, very popular. People love food, and it is a way to a man's heart. Really, food is. My husband loves me to cook. So, okay, we've got, I did something different today. And they tell you never do anything different when you're cooking, like for company or whatever. Don't try a new recipe. Don't do anything different. But I did. I bought a new pan, and it's supposed to be that white coating that doesn't stick, and it's supposed to be very heavy and durable. And so that's a little different. I usually use a stainless steel heavy pan. And today I also bought these measuring cups, the metal ones from Walmart, and they look awfully large. This says a cup, and I'm telling you, this cup really looks big to me. So anyway, I put a 1/2 cup of butter in with the one box of chopped dates, and it looks like a lot of butter. And I'm not really used to that, so we'll just have to see how this recipe turns out. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to dissolve the dates in the butter, the 1/2 cup of butter. Now I'm going to add about a 1/2 cup of turbinado sugar, and you can get it. It's called sugar in the raw. So they had to come up with a real cute thing for this. And it says vegan, gluten-free. Well, of course, sugar is vegan and gluten-free, right? So most people do know that. Anyway, I'm going to put a 1/2 cup of turbinado sugar in there. And I'll keep going over the recipe with you so you can write this down better if you need to. I'm telling you, this looks like an awful lot. I have plastic measuring cups, and I just really wanted to update them. But this really, I don't know, these metal cups look huge. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I tried the Pioneer, the woman Pioneer, that redheaded girl that sells all that stuff at Walmart. And her stuff seems to be big too. So there's a lot of times you just have to adjust to these things and see how it goes. Maybe I should have stuck with my other stuff. But as I said, it's unscripted, it's unrehearsed. You don't know how it's going to go. And that's how new recipes are. Now, I've made this recipe several times, but since looks so different right now with the different things that I've got, it seems like a new recipe because it looks so different. But anyway, what you are supposed to do is put this on medium, so they say, and I want to tell you a little differently. On the internet it said to cook on medium, but I start out on low on my burner. And now I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Turn it up just a little bit to get it cooking and going. And it says on the internet that you should cook this at 5 to 10 minutes. Well, it seems like it does get done really fast, and you really do have to keep stirring it so it doesn't stick and burn, okay? So, all right, we have a very heavy saucepan, right? And we have a half a cup of sugar, turbinado sugar, and if you want to use any other sugar, that's fine. And we have a box of pitted dates. And once again, here's the box that I got from Walmart. You can get these anywhere. You don't have to go to a health food store. This is really good for people who are more health-minded. And that doesn't mean you can sit down and eat a whole big plate of dates, because they do have calories in them, right? So anyway, they are a better alternative than eating a chocolate cake. I looked on the internet at one chocolate cake I was going to make, and you can bet I got off of there in a hurry. There were 2 different recipes I had picked out for chocolate cake. One had 600 calories per slice. And then another one, no kidding, had over 1,000 calories. So I wasn't into that too much. And, I like to keep calories down a little bit. As you can see, I can't afford to eat a whole lot. And I'm always having to watch my calories and cholesterol and so forth. So anyway, now what we're going to do is we have a whole box of pitted dates, half a cup of butter, half a cup of turbinado sugar, or whatever sugar you want to put in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, now on the internet it said a half a cup of cocoa. I thought that was a bit strong. So what we are going to do is we're going to put 1/4 cup of cocoa in here. 1/4 cup of cocoa. Now, let me see what I got here. I'm telling you, friends, these cups look really big. Just funny how everything looks different when you buy a different brand. Okay, we're going to get a cup of this. Here. Now, I said cocoa. You could do carob if you want to eat it more in a more healthful style. Now, some people say there's a big argument on that, on the carob and the cocoa. I've heard it for years now. Some people say that cocoa is actually better for you, whereas some people, because it doesn't have the ingredients that carob does, that causes migraines or certain other illnesses. I've eaten carob many times, and I've not had that trouble, but maybe some of you might have. So anyway, there's a big old debate about that. Big debate about cocoa and carob. Okay, now let's go over this one more time. For this, we have a half a cup of butter, half a cup of turbinado sugar, 1 box of chopped dates, and 1/4 cup of cocoa. And for me, that is plenty. I don't need any more. As a matter of fact, you could even cut that down if you want. Now, when I get ready to get this out, you're going to see that it takes a whole new life of its own. When you first put this in the pan, the butter is, well, it's pretty runny at first because the butter kind of makes it that way. Now, I don't want to forget this. 2 tablespoons of water. 2 tablespoons of water. Anyway, the butter kind of makes it runny at first, and you think, oh my goodness, this is not going to work. I assure you it will. Because as you are cooking, the dates do thicken. So here's 1, 2. Now, once again, I want to say this. Your measuring cups are different from brand to brand. I can tell that big time today. And so it's just going to, this is live. And I've not used these new measuring cups before, so I might have to make a few changes. Do you hear that sizzling? That's the water hitting the bottom of the pan. Now, mind you, I got this cute little burner here from Walmart. I think I only paid seems like $10 or something like that. And I really like this little pan. If you are in a dorm or in a small apartment and you don't really feel like using a big old stove sometimes, these little burners are just wonderful. The one I got doesn't actually have what you call a old-fashioned burner on it. What it has is that flat. It's real flat. I love the flat. You know, I'm never going to go back to the burner thing where you have to replace them. And with this being $10, I really don't know how long it's going to last. but it's fantastic for doing cooking demonstration. Okay, we're almost done. What you want to do is cook this over, like I said, a low to medium heat. Please start out with low heat. Let the dates soften. Let everything kind of blend together, and then you can turn it up a little bit. Once again, they said on medium on the internet, but oh boy, I haven't got it quite on even on medium, and it's still really cooking well. Cook this to a paste is what you want to do. You want to cook it to a paste. Right now, in my pan, it looks like fudge. So I can't wait till you see this when I get this done because I have a lot of fantastic plans with these days. I give them away as Christmas present. Now, while this is cooking, I want to show you the containers that I put mine in. This is cooking very nicely. It's even bubbling. So I want to turn it down just a little bit more because I don't want it to burn. And if you cook it too long, it's gritty, you don't want to do that. Like I said, on the internet, it takes about 5 or 10 minutes, they said, on the burner, all depending on how high you have your heat and how fast your stove gets it done or whatever you're using. Okay, what I want to do while this is cooking, I'll put that on low. I have some containers that I'm going to put mine in. I roll my dates in coconut and nuts and powdered sugar. And today I have some almond bark that I may dip it in if it all works out. Or you can dip it in chocolate almond bark or vanilla almond bark or chocolate chips or whatever you want to do. But this is one of the containers that I plan to use for one of my friends. I think you can see that. Very lovely. I got this at Walmart and I will layer it. And that's still pretty. That's really sizzling. I'm going to turn that down on really low. I'm going to layer these with wax paper in between the date balls. Okay, here's another container I thought was lovely. That's from Walmart. I'm a big Walmart fan. This is almost done, by the way. Okay, and just bear with me here. Okay, I love this one. See this one? This is my snow. Oh, he's upside down. This is my snowman. He's my favorite container, even better than the elegant ones. And I'll tell you why. It's because this is what I use for my dates. I use these cute little paper cups, and they're real small. They're the miniature ones, and they have a little gingerbread in the back. But anyway, after I roll my dates, I put them in these. It's really cute, very elegant. Roll them in nuts, roll them in coconut, roll them in powdered sugar, roll them in Rice Krispies, anything, even crushed graham crackers, whatever. So, alrighty, I'll show you here in a minute. It's really looking good. Now, you're going to need something that obviously to thicken this with. You want to cook it as a paste, and right now it's a little bit runny. Those measuring cups, really, this is the very first time this ever happened, and you know it would happen live. But anyway, this will thicken. You just have to cook it a little bit longer. This is what the date balls look like when you get them done. I'll show you while that's cooking. And what you want to do is you can always put them, I roll them up. When the paste gets cool, I'll roll them up. And this is what they look like. Can you see that there? Let me get it on. I'll just move up here a little bit. I wish I could do this in my kitchen. Okay, there you go. That's what it looks like. So I wish I could do this in my kitchen, but right now I can't. I need a laptop for this with a webcam. So anyway, that's what they look like when you roll them up and they cool off. All right, it's almost done. It's thicker than what it was, and you need a paste. You need it to where you can form it. After these, you take this off the burner and let it cool off a little bit. You can stick it in the refrigerator and put it on the counter and let it cool off. Personally, I like to let it cool off on the counter because when it does solidify or forms a little bit better, where you can make balls out of it, you can roll it in your nuts and your coconut and things like that a lot better if it's a little worn. So there we go. This is really good stuff. Okay, now you want it like a paste, like I said, like a paste. Now what I'm going to do is don't panic if it is runny. You can always do something with it. But today it is only because I use different measuring cups. It's always been perfect. So what I'm going to do is still thickening. I'm going to let it cook just a little bit more. What we're going to do while that's happening, when you're doing this yourself, it's only going to take you about 10 or 15 minutes. This is not long at all. It's just this way because I'm doing a demonstration. So, okay, let's try a couple of balls here while that's cooking. Alrighty. I want to show you a few things here. Let me see here. All right. I'm going to roll this up. I'm going to put it on wax paper for now. Till I decide how I'm going to decorate my balls here. Right now, I'm going to roll it up in coconut. Alrighty. There. Oh, I wish you could smell this. It smells really good. Okay. This is what it looks like with coconut. See there? There it is. It's beautiful, isn't it? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make quite a few of them and put them on the paper plate, or excuse me, the wax paper. Let's do another one here. I'm going to roll it nuts. I'm going to roll this baby up. This is cold. This one here is cold. I've made extra because these are a big hit around Christmas. A lot of my friends want them. So I do make quite a few. Now we're going to roll it nuts. For all you who like to cook or would like to watch people cook, it's a lot more fun sometimes watching someone else. Okay, I'm dipping this in the nuts. And here you go here. Yeah, there you go. Isn't that beautiful? That's really elegant, isn't it? And one more. I'm going to do one more while we do this. This is almost ready. It's getting much better. Okay. Let's do one more. We're going to roll this baby up. By the way, your kids can help with this. This will really cut down the time. This makes, if you have the regular plastic measuring cups like I did before, they make about 18 to 20 balls. And I have this right here, this cookie scoop here, and it's the smaller one. So it really does all depend on how big your cookie scoop is as to how many that you're going to have. Okay, I'm going to roll this one in powdered sugar. Alrighty. Oh, this is really pretty. There are just so many things you can do with this. Alright, see there? I really like that. That's very elegant. Yeah. Now, for those of you who do not like cocoa or carob, I really don't think you have to put that in there. I really don't. It seems like one time I didn't have cocoa and I just tried it. Sorry, I'm getting this stuff all over me. I didn't have cocoa and I ended up leaving anything like that out. And it seems like it turned out really good anyway. What you have to have is some kind of combining thing, some kind of agent within it to thicken it where you can roll it. Now I'm going to explain that better. Okay, first I'm going to tell you this. This is how we're going to do it. You had a half a cup of butter, half a cup of turbinado sugar, 1/4 cup of cocoa, and you had a box of chopped dates. Now this is pretty much done. It's getting there. It's getting very, very thick. It just took a while because the butter seemed like it's quite a bit of butter. I'm going to put in the vanilla. This is the last, well, next to the last ingredient. I got one more after this. And you need 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of butter, whatever, or vanilla, excuse me. Let's see. How about, here we go. This is it, I think. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I think 1 will be enough. 1 teaspoon will be enough. Now, as you remember what I said about putting some kind of ingredient in it to thicken it even better, to make it hold together better, you're going to need something like Rice Krispies, or I'm going to put oats in mine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll put oats in mine. There we go. Okay, it's getting thick. Praise the Lord. And by the way, this is At Heaven's Door. This is a Christian YouTube channel. And many times I tell Christian stories or read scriptures and have some topics that I feel that people want to discuss. And it's a lot of fun. I do it on Facebook. And my ministry, by God's grace, is popular there because there's a lot of people who really want to get away from the world and just share life with people who really want a better life. And it is a better life, right? Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that to be offensive, but I've been on both sides of the fence. And for me, having Jesus as my Savior has been the greatest joy I've ever had in my whole life. And my next joy is my husband. My husband and I have been married 36 years. We just had our anniversary, and we're very, very happy together. Praise the Lord. We put God first in everything. And that's how I believe we should do. Okay, this is getting really, really nice and thick. So if something happens where you put too much butter in it or your measuring cup was different like mine was, you're just going to have to cook it longer. If you have the plastic measuring cups, it seems like you don't have to cook it as long. And, oh yeah, okay, this is good. This is real good. It's turning out to be a paste, just as I said. See, it's getting thicker. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that or not. See there? Okay, don't worry about, I'm trying to twist here. Don't worry about it if it's a little thin, because once you put your thickening agents in there, it will get thick in a hurry. So, alrighty, getting very nice. As I said, you can put this in the refrigerator to cool off, so you can roll it into balls, or you can put it out on the counter and let it cool off. I like putting it on the counter and cooling it off. All right, now, on the internet, when you look up date balls, a lot of times it'll say put 2 cups of Rice Krispies or whatever you want in it. I'm going to put oats in. Are you still there? Hey? No, there you go. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, they tell you to put 2 cups of Rice Krispies in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of oats in it. I like oats, they're healthier. And I have probably about 8 ounces of oats here. And I'm not going to put them all in. I'm just going to, let's see here. Let's just see how many I am going to put in there. Oh, let's see. I'm thinking, let's try a fourth here. It doesn't really need a whole lot of oats. Not a whole lot of Rice Krispies either. If you put 2 cups in it, I don't think you're going to be able to stir it or do anything with it. So if you see that on the internet, you better, I would highly suggest thinking twice about trying 2 cups of anything in it. Okay, I tried a fourth here. Excuse me, I'm just getting this all over me. I tried a fourth of oats. Oh, wow. It's thickening very nicely. You don't have to have a special kind of oat. I have instant. You can use raw. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, maybe just a dab, a sprinkle more. A little bit more than a fourth. Okay. Now, if you want to put nuts inside this or something else inside this, that'll be fine. Okay, what you have now, you definitely have a paste. See that there? Let me see if I don't get it on my computer. I want to see if I can run this over to you. And here it is. See there? That is a paste. Yeah, okay. Now, there you can see it. See? It's a paste. And you're going to let that cool off, right? Now let it cool. It's getting thicker and thicker as it sits. It gets thicker and thicker. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in the pan. Let me see if I can do that. I'm going to try. This is what it looks like in the pan. Now, let's see if I can get up there. Now, it's kind of hard to do when you're by yourself. See, can you see that? All right. And then if you pick it up, see there? Let it cool off. It will thicken. Whatever you do, don't make it too hard because then they just get kind of tough. So don't worry about it. It'll thicken. So I'm going to let this cool off. And then I'm going to make more date balls for my friend. Now, once again, let's go over this recipe one more time. You have 1/2 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of turbinado sugar, 1/4 cup of cocoa. You have a box of chopped dates, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of water. And that's pretty simple, isn't it? And when you're finished, after you put the vanilla in, you're going to put in, you can put in a Rice Krispies or you can put in oats. I would strongly suggest sprinkling it in there and stirring it till you get it the consistency that, like I said, that it's paste or rollable, where you can roll it. Now, what I'm going to do real quickly before I go, because I think you get the idea, I'm just going to make a couple more comments. I bought one of these scoops here. Let's see how it works. I bought one that was a little bit too big. and I was wishing I'd bought it smaller. So I'm going to use this smaller one, and I'm going to drop it on here. Let's see how it works. Well, that's not too bad. That's a bit smaller than what I had. And what you do is you stick the scoop down in there for those of you who've not used one, or you can use your hands and roll it into balls when it gets colder, when it cools off a little bit. But like I said, try to do it while it's a little warm because it makes it easier to roll your nuts and your powdered sugar, your coconut, or whatever you're going to do. Okay, I'm going to show this to you really quick, what it looks like when you scoop it out with your little cookie thingy, your scooper. So there's some of your nuts, coconut. These are the ones that haven't been decorated yet. That was with the little scoop. Okay, now I didn't show you this. I want to show you this before I go. I know you have things to do. And if you have any questions, please, even if I could see the chat thing right now, I couldn't answer everything because I'm too far away and I'm right in the middle of cooking and I can't get up. One of these days I hope to have some way of having it set up in my kitchen where I have a laptop. That's a dream. I don't know if I can get that. But anyway, if I had a laptop, I could put the laptop beside me and I could see your comments much better. Please leave your comments underneath the video and I'll be sure to answer them. And I want to show you what I do with these here. And I think you're going to really like this. And let me see. I'm going to put them on this tray. Let's try it on this new snowman tray I got. And, let's see. I'll show you my snowman tray. And everything I got from Walmart. Nothing's expensive. I don't do anything that's expensive. You know what? We all have to watch our money, don't we? We all have a budget that we have to work with. Most of us do anyway. Okay. Now this is my snowman tray. I love him. He's one of my favorites. And I use that during the holidays, or I just put stuff on it for gifts, food gifts on it, and give it away. And I want you to see what I did here. Now what you see, I'll put that up. There is the little gingerbread man. I love gingerbread men, don't you? And there it is right there. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I have this chocolate over here. I have to dip these with. We'll try one of those before we go. Okay. Here's the coconut. See there? Yeah, I have to go backwards with this. Okay, there's the coconut, and that makes it cute, doesn't it? And last but not least, you've got your nuts. I love nuts. So it's a healthier version. And right here, now I want to see how this works out. I have what you call almond bark here, and this particular one is vanilla. And ordinarily, I buy chocolate, and I do have that. Matter of fact, I got some over here. But if you leave it out too long, it will get hard. So we'll see what we can do with it. Okay, we're going to take a fork, and let's play a little bit. Okay, I got a cold one over here, a cooled off ball here, and we're going to try to dip that in almond bark. And I dropped it in the pot. I have a warming pot for this, and actually you can call it a slow cooker. So if you can see me, I hope you can. Anyway, what I'm doing is I'm rolling the coconut ball inside the warmer here. It is a slow cooker. I got it on warm. And let's see if I can do this where you can see it. And you may have to put this on wax paper. That's what I usually do. If you want to make it fancy, that is. Okay? Okay, I have one. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can do it. There. Well, it doesn't look very good like that. But it does look cute. I just can't seem to get a good view of it. Alrighty. That's kind of big. So that was with that big cookie scoop I told you about. Get a smaller one. I think it'll look a lot cuter like that. And when this hardens, you can put it in one of those cute little paper cups that I was telling you about for candy. Alrighty. I'm not leaving yet. I've got one more to make. Alright. The chocolate, if it's not... Let's see if the chocolate is still soft. Yes, it is. Alright. There we go. I want to turn this crock pot off. Excuse me. I got to turn this off. Okay, I got it off. Now what we're going to do, this is the last ball that I will do, is I'm going to dip one of these date balls into the chocolate almond bar. Alrighty? And here we go. Boy, I tell you, I just made a mess like you wouldn't believe. It gets messy when you're cooking, especially if you do it in your office. Okay. Especially when you do it in your office. I'm still here. No, I just hope and pray someday I can get something where I can do this in the kitchen. Okay, let me see if I can pull this out. Okay, this is the one that I did with chocolate. Right there. There. Now look a lot cuter, like I said, with a small cookie scoop. Now I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else that I need to do. Hang on here. I've actually turned off my date balls here, and the paste is totally excellent to work with, as you can see. One last view of that. See, there it is. You want that to be like a paste, so when it cools off, you can roll it. So, I tell you, this was unrehearsed, unscripted, and I know it wasn't perfect, but I hope that I gave you some ideas as to what to do with date balls. Roll them in coconut, roll them in powdered sugar, roll them in nuts or whatever. And be sure to use those cute little paper cups I told you about for candy. And use presentation is everything. This is my snowman presentation. Oh, I love this. My friends love the snowman the best. And here is a beautiful container, all from Walmart. And these are elegant. They really make a fantastic gift. And last but not least is my tall one. Now I even put blueberry banana muffins in the bigger one. So I pray that you enjoyed this. The Lord is good. I love doing these things with you out there, and I pray that you'll leave a comment under the video, something that you have a question about. And by the way, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, it'll be a lot easier for you to find me. I will be doing a lot of things still yet before Christmas. So we'll be discussing presents, what'll be nice to give, and so forth. And I will have some more cooking on here. And once again, last but not least, is these are very simple to make. Don't worry about it. Once you get started, when you get used to it, it only takes about 15 minutes to throw this stuff together. And they really make fantastic gifts. So I pray that you'll leave a note for me, a message or something. And I want you to know that I really enjoy being with all of you. My office is a mess. It'll take me forever to clean it up. And I'm sorry I was a little bit late today. It took a lot longer to get these ingredients together than I thought it would. And I got home from town late buying the ingredients. So please come by and visit me again at Heaven's Door. God bless you all and have a wonderful day.